when we leak check stuff, we get it on the fixture, we make sure it's nice and tight. We put about 15 pounds of pressurized air into it, and then we just spray around all the welds to make sure that the welds don't leak. If we find something, okay, I'll show you an example where. All right, so this is a good example. Like I said, no robots. These are all guys, all humans working. Humans make mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake as long as you fix it and learn from it, right?
Yeah.
So when Andre gets the pan, he bolts it down, pressurizes it, seals everything up, and he takes his flashlight and looks around for where air should not be coming from. If he finds it, he'll mark it off, put a mark on it, tell him what it is, and then he goes directly back to the guy that did the project. He goes, hey, this has to get repaired, make sure this is good, and then it'll come back again. If it messes up, it'll go right back. The point is that every one of these parts has to get checked before it leaves. If it has to get checked multiple times, so be it. But yeah, leak check. Welded stuff, I mean, like I said, we're human, you know, things will happen. You might miss the tiniest spot that you can't visually see. But just because you can't see it doesn't mean air is not gonna get out of it. So yeah, leak check everything.
Is that a fuel tank?
No, this is an oil pan for a big block Ford.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna fit a lot of oil, a whole lot of oil. Yeah. Then from there, once it's done, that it's been leak checked and it's passed, then it'll get put into a crate, and then from crating, it'll get shipped off to get plated, like I mentioned earlier, because this is a steel pan. So steel, you got to plate. Aluminum, you don't have to. All right. This is pretty sick. This is a two-piece dry sump pan with a split top. So this isn't done. You see how it's not? It doesn't look like this. Yeah. This is eventually going to get machined down so that it's nice and fresh, provide a better seal. But these were designed so that you could service the tank really easily. So now you can take the top off, look inside the tank, clean the tank, because this is what goes on really high-end race cars. So this is going to be filled with oil. Oil will come in from the top. It'll get de-aerated, meaning all the air will get pulled out of it. It'll go down, it'll spin around, it'll cool off, and then it'll go out of the bottom back to the engine. Say something really bad happens and an engine blows up, you want to be able to take this off really easily and look at it, see what happened, and service it. This just makes it that much easier, because beforehand it was a one-piece tank, so you couldn't get into it. Now it's a two-piece tank, two big 6-billet flanges, a nice O-ring seal, AN fitting. You guys ever heard the term AN fitting?
O-ring?
Have you ever heard of AN? You know what AN is? Yeah. AN fitting stands for Army Navy. It's a mechanical seal, so it doesn't have an O-ring on it or anything like that. This is what actually seals it up, this 37-degree chamfer. So once it sits down, it's locked up nice and tight. You'd be surprised how much of the stuff we use in cars, in race cars, and stuff like that, that actually comes from the military. So it starts off in the military and then trickles its way down for normal people. A good example is my man right here. What's his name with the black hoodie? Come here. So I was telling everybody, a lot of the stuff that ends up in cars starts off in the military. You were asking me questions about nitrous oxide, right? Nitrous oxide started off on jet planes. So back in the day when they were flying these propeller prop planes, when you get higher up into the sky, there's less air. So nitrous oxide was a way to introduce more air, more oxygen into the engine. The same thing with superchargers, turbochargers. It was a way to force induction, force more air into the engine. Say it again? As far as what? Oh yeah, the Jeep started off as a military thing and then trickled its way down to people.
So I have a question. So if you were to add, like, let's say, like a double turbo in the car, and then add on nitrous oxide, essentially you're getting more oxygen. Won't you also have to have more fuel? Way more fuel.
Yeah, like tons more fuel. You'll need bigger fuel pumps, bigger lines, bigger injectors.
You're gonna run out of memory on your phone.
Alright.